Okay, that was not the most pleasant angle for me. Anyway, BlazeLeeDragon here, and I am still here on Lunasun, and it's, August 1st, and I am on my lunch now. So this is the follow-up to the last video that I just got done recording probably about 2 to 3 hours ago. So basically, I just wanted to go over more into what I was saying in the last video about how magic is not what everyone thinks it is, and being a magical practitioner or someone who lives the magical life. And of course you'll hear me say that a lot. On break, don't want people listening to my video. It's for YouTube people. I don't need people at work listening in, and I don't really share much with people at work. A lot of people don't really speak about faith, religion, spirituality, or other stuff at work for good reasons. It's not really much for the workplace, so usually good to keep that kind of stuff to yourself. Anyway, so as I was saying, the thing that people do not, magical life. So I say that I don't recommend that people practice magic or dabble in magic. However, obviously, if you're a magical practitioner, it's someone who does magic, so it's kind of weird to use the term. So that's why I'm saying living the magical life. You live the magic, and for those of you who do live the magic, and that's who you are, you understand what I mean by that, and can tell the difference and distinguish between the two. So, with that, what I mean by people don't realize what magic is people take the world that we live in now for granted. Back in ancient times and, tribal societies or ancient civilizations, the individuals who did magic were individuals who were learned. What do I mean by learned? They were educated. They were wise about the world around them. Today we have doctors and scientists of numerous different professions. You can be a doctor, you can have a doctorate in more things than just medicine. Usually people hear doctor and they think medical doctor. There's other types of doctors, and there's different types of scientists. What does a scientist study? What is their field? Ology, biology, zoology, metallurgy, whatever the case may be. It's back then is different than it is now. Because back then you didn't have, a school or college that you could necessarily go to. That's what these magical groups were. Whether you're talking about witches in their covens, druids in their groves, the Wu or the Chinese, I can't remember the Japanese name. There was, priests and shamans and sorcerers and sorceresses, mages, sages, wizards, whatever the case may be. These people of ancient times were the ones who discovered everything that we enjoy today. Let's take, a light switch for an example. We're talking about a substance that can harness electricity and electrical energy and create lights that we can see. How do you think all that was discovered? And a lot of people are saying, oh, well, that's not magic. Yeah, that is magic. That's what magic is. It's knowing the world, knowing the elements and how to interact with them. What a lot of people think of magic today is they think just of the astral, ethereal, and metaphysical side of it. But all of it is magic. The very world that we live in is magic, and those who were magicians and sorcerers and wizards, etc., were the individuals who knew this, who knew their world. All of the sciences of today were started from what they used to do, whether it was from their herbal lore, their knowledge of medicine, the human body and anatomy, whether it was, astrology or, science of anything you can think of. It all started with these magical practitioners back then. That's why you hear the phrase that today's science was yesterday's magic, or yesterday's magic is today's science. Both of them refer to the fact that it is these individuals who brought about it. So if you want to be a magical practitioner, someone who lives the magical life, go out there and start learning. Become a doctor. Become a nurse. become a scientist, a metallurgist, a biologist, whatever the case may be. Go out there and learn a skill. Be an artist, music, rhyme. We're talking about, someone a teacher, be a historian. Even music itself is magic. The vibrations influence us, and anyone who listens to music to put you in a better mood or a worse mood or to get you pumped or psyched understands the science of vibrations. Vibrational qualities and therapies. There are ways of interacting and manipulating through vibrational sound. Watch the effects of water. When sound affects water, we're mostly water. There's this one scientist who, all things considered, would be someone who would be considered a magician, who did this study with water bottles. And he played different sounds for different water bottles, and then he froze the water and looked at the water crystals. And it was different based upon what he played. Look it up sometime. It's a Japanese study of water, something like that, or the quality of water. And he did it with, harmonious vibrations. And the thing is, we have science today who can pick up things such as brain waves. If you get a hospital, the life monitoring systems, there are things in our body and in our lives that can be monitored. And when we have a thought, it creates a wave, a vibration. That's the essence of how magic works. I know I have another video on something like that, but magic is on all planes. It's not just metaphysical, it's not just spiritual. Today, now, watching this, it's all part of magic. It's all part of it, and it's all part of becoming, is you need to become learned, however you want to say it. Go to a college, understand, study. Best bet is to have an actual magical teacher who's actually already pulled a lot of these things together. But, writing and reading, arithmetic, math, all this stuff, back then it was very scarce and rare. And the individuals who discovered it are those who looked at the world. The wizards, the sorcerers, the witches, the ones that people mock today, are the ones who started it all, or at least their ancestors. And that tradition can still be alive. You can still see the beauty in all life by actually looking at it, experiencing it, and seeing it. That's the ultimate teacher. But of course, like I said, it's good to have an actual teacher as well. Yes, you can learn from nature. Yes, you can dedicate years and years and years and years to study and practice. But things that have taken me years to learn on my own, I could have learned from my current teachers in a very short amount of time versus trying to discover it in trial and error. And they've helped me to hone said skills. So I don't know what else to say other than just take the time to learn, to know. More knowledge is better. Get an understanding of the world, whether it be philosophy or, like I said, one of the sciences or even mathematics. It doesn't matter what it is. Understand, learn, see, discover, think. Learn how to think. See the art and beauty in life itself. It drives me insane where people want to run out and learn one thing and then start practicing it. And that's fine. I mean, it's your life, it's your choice. You can do what you want. But if you want to get into, building your own fireworks, that can be very dangerous. You don't just want to throw it together and it makes a pop. Oh, hey, you're happy. Understand what you're doing. Understand the harm that you can cause. Be safe with it. But also don't just dabble. Like I said, there's so much more and so much more richness to what you can do and discover and create in this world. And that's the other thing, too. The more that you learn, a lot of individuals, myself included, don't feel the necessity to keep messing with everything and to keep altering everything. They want to let things be how they naturally are. They don't feel the necessity to say, hey, let's change this, alter that. Prime example is if you see something that is naturally beautiful, a lot of the natural beauties, like, the trees around me right now, the bushes and the shrubs. Sure, you can do landscaping and set it up for how you want to grow and help encourage it to grow, but let it naturally grow. You can't force it to just be. And if you look at something that's synthetic versus something that is natural from nature, there's a different type of beauty to that. So why do you want to synthesize and destroy instead of create and let live? Why do you always want to influence and impress your will? That's where people get the evil term from. People always want to meddle with everything and mess with everything. So yeah, just be conscientious and keep learning and keep going. And I've got a couple more minutes here on my break, but I think these short videos might be semi-helpful to at least some of you, and hopefully you've learned something. I can't think of anything else to say, so if you have questions, I want to hear more of my opinions, my thoughts, and ramblings, feel free to ask. Post comments, like, share the videos, whatever the case may be. So, BlazeLeeDragon, wishing you a wonderful Lunazda, Lunasan, however you want to pronounce it, and a peaceful path and journey. Just a little scenery for you. Dum, 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 dum.